Greetings from my garden. Today I'm gonna collect some of the herbs from my garden because this is a very special day today, and it's called St. Patrick's Day, and this is a very special day for very special occasion for the Irish people. And one of the uh, thing that I've learned from this particular festival in Ireland is that people cook Colcannon. Colcannon is using some of this herb, which is the parsley, and I'm gonna pick some of this parsley in my garden right now. And also a famous stew. It's a beef stew, but I'm gonna do a mixed lamb and beef stew, and I'll be using my own fresh thyme from my garden. So follow me, I'll show you some of this. So here in my garden here is a bucket where I have collected some of my herbs. Right now my garden is not like clean properly because it has been raining this past couple of days, so we haven't had the chance. But I'm gonna show you my parsley. So my parsley is a little bit in here because this I think this is oregano that has been like really growing so fast, and I got a lot of my onions, and I'm gonna get some of the herbs, which is my thyme here. So I'm gonna collect some of the thyme. I'm gonna get some thyme in here, and these are my thymes. They're like overcome with the onion leaves already, but I just need a little bit of my thyme. It's really nice to have this little bucket of herbs because it's so convenient when you need it, and it's fresh and they smell super delicious. And so I'm gonna get some of my onions here, which are like really dying to be picked. They're all like grown really tall and big, and so I'll be using some of this later in my Colcannon. So later I'll be making this Colcannon, and I'll be sharing how I make my Irish version of Colcannon in my own kitchen. So I'm gonna have my own fresh onion. I got a little bit of the thyme, and of course I'll be using some of the fresh parsley, which is like I got too much of parsley here right now. You can see my parsley is so full. You see? So it's very nice to have this parsley. Welcome back to my kitchen again, guys, and now I just wake up. It's 12 midnight from a very long sleep. I guess I slept like almost 8 hours. So right now I'm gonna make my Colcannon. Colcannon, yes, my recipe, which is the most famous Irish dish during the St. Patrick Day. And as promised, these are my ingredients. So we got here, I peeled some potatoes, and also like prepare them, cubes them, so I can like start cooking them. And I do have some Irish cabbage, and this is the cabbage that I use. And I chop this so I can like start sauteing on this. And as you can see earlier, I did pick some onion leaves from my garden, and that's the onion leaves. I did chop some onions. Ideally, if you can find like white onions, but the only stock that I got right now on my cupboards are like the purple onions, but the white onion is, I think, much better on this recipe. And earlier I already like cooked my what you call this, my bacon, and I had cooked it on my turbo, and that's really amazing because there's no more like oils in this, and the oils had dripped already. And before I went to sleep, I already like started grilling them, and I just crumpled it. And of course I do also have my fresh parsley. Is so beautiful because they're super green, that I picked from my garden earlier. And I'll just use some ghee clarified butter for butter later on, as a part of the ingredient of this Colcannon. So see you again. I'm gonna start cooking and I'll show you the end result later on because I'm super excited. The stew, the Irish beef and lamb stew is already like done and it smells so delicious in here, and I tried it. It is amazingly delicious. So let's continue. So here's the potato now. It is already like cooked. I boiled it for like 15 minutes. And so this, I'm gonna strain this and place that in my little container there where I will mash it and we'll mix it with other ingredients. So here we are again. We're back to preparing our cabbage because our mashed potato is already ready. So what I got here is my pan and I'm gonna saute my cabbage and my chopped onion so I can mix them all and saute them and a little bit like soften them so we can mix it with the potato to come up with our little Colcannon. Okay, so here I got some butter. This is clarified butter, ghee. I'm gonna lower down my fire here. This is my ghee organic butter, clarified butter. I like this butter because this is a healthier options, but I like fats because I'm into more of a keto diet. I like, but for sure this is not a keto diet because this is potato. So what I'm gonna do is just melt my butter first, and of course I'm gonna saute my onion so it's gonna make it more soft. And basically Colcannon is almost like mashed potato with a little twist of an Irish style, which is they love cabbages. And I'm a very adventurous kind of person when it comes to like taste, and same true with my husband. So every time I travel and go to places, I would love to like taste different dishes that is mainly their own dish. So Vietnam is known for pho. My place in the Philippines, which is the second island, middle island of the Philippines, is known for bak choy, and I'll come up with all those recipes in the future. And Ireland is known for Colcannon, and I like this Colcannon because it's very simple and a dish that you can always, a side dish that you can always find in their celebration, which is also same as with our Thanksgiving. In France, they are known to have this potato gratin or potato gratin. It's very delicious also. So anything that is carbs mixed with fats is always super delicious. So I finished making my beef, my Irish beef and lamb stew, and we'll show how they eat that in Ireland. And of course, I tasted the Guinness beer and I'm in love. It's delicious though. It's kind of like a little bitter, but I think when I was growing up in the Philippines, every time my mom comes home and they're very tired from work and from the market, they usually would have this dark beer. Basically, I think Guinness is a dark beer. And growing up as small kids, I saw my mom always drinking this, and she let us taste it. So, and it's good. It's very good. It's very good to like cool you down and make you rest. And I drink a glass of it earlier in the morning before going to bed, and I slept like a baby. So I'm sauteing this one right now, and if you happen to see it, let me show it to you. Hold on. Here it is. Basically, you just have to like saute this a little bit, make the onions soft. And I saw that they're using the white onion, but I don't have any white onion, so we'll just go with whatever I have in my kitchen, which is the purple one. But I think it would make a big difference because for me, it felt like the purple onion has are more stronger taste than the white one. So I make this already like glazed and soft, and basically I'm gonna mix this with my cabbage to make it more soft. And this cabbage will be softened in just few minutes, maybe just a minute or so, just to soften it. And otherwise, if you like, you can always cover this with the cover. And Salad Master Pan is really good in preserving the vegetables nutrients. That's why I love these pans. I love these cooking wares, you know. And I like to cook in the middle of the night. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning because it's way too peaceful for me. So let's just wait for a few minutes on this one to be soft, and I'll get back to you again. So here we go, guys. As we continue with our Colcannon, so the star of the ingredient is of course the potato. So I'm gonna mash this potato, and you can mash it according to how you want the consistency will be. But this is an organic potato also, and I'm mashing it, and it's easy to mash because it's cooked well. And of course, let me get some I'm gonna like what you call this one, mix it with the other ingredient, and put some salt and pepper also on this one. So this is my potato here, and this, while I'm working on my cabbage to be like soft and prepared for mixing over here, I do have my bacon, my parsley, and my spring onions, which I got from my garden early in the morning earlier. And of course, I'm gonna season this with a real sea salt. I use this salt a lot in my dish. So salt, and of course pepper. Okay, so this is my organic pepper, and I did also put some mushrooms seasoning in my cabbage earlier while I was like cooking it. And this is the potato, and then I'm gonna mix my, let me check my cabbage first. And I think my cabbage is already done. So I'm gonna like start mixing this. This is cabbage with onions. Mixing this in my potato. I forgot I have to also put some milk. And you have to put some milk on your potato. This is a grass-fed milk that I got also. And I like to use whole milk. I like to have all the goodness of my milk here. So at least a glass of that. Just don't make it more watery on your potato. Okay, a glass of milk. Oh my goodness, this looks really amazing. And the smell is super delicious in here. I wish you can just smell it, but Ireland and Irish people are always known to like to eat cabbages and also sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is almost an equivalent of kimchi in the Korean people, with Korea. And I like kimchi too. So I like kimchi a lot with my barbecues. And as a side appetizer or an appetizer, kimchi is really healthy and delicious. And one day, we're gonna work on making some kimchi in my kitchen too. So, this is potato with the milk and cabbage that is sauteed in onion, basically. And of course, super goodness is your bacon. So, I'm gonna add some bacon in here. And this is how Colcannon gonna look like with cabbage, potato, bacon, and a little bit of parsley as garnishing and spring onions later on. And also, I'm gonna get ready with my stew, and this is gonna be my beef stew, and this is gonna be a special treat for St. Patrick's Day. So guys, this is my Colcannon. Let's mix this with my spoon, and I just could not wait to try this one. I think this is a healthier version of having the mashed potato by itself because there's no fiber, and cabbage is a really good source of fiber, you know. And for hiding it with the kids, that they may not know that there is a vegetable in there in your mashed potato. And let me try this one. Guys, it's delicious. A bit of spring onions and parsley. The bacon is a good complement. And for sure, you would not realize the goodness of the cabbage in there. It's really good. It's really, really good. So I can keep some of this in the refrigerator, and I'll bring some of this at work. So lucky for my co-workers, they're gonna get to taste this Colcannon tomorrow or today. Okay, dokie. So this is my Colcannon. Benata Nafeli Padre Ort. Bye. And now for the presentation of how you're gonna do your Colcannon presentation on the table is basically get a little bit of a plate, a little dish plate which is a little bit deeper, and then I put some Colcannon in there, and you have to make a little well so you can place in, you see that little well that I did. And of course my star here, which is my lamb stew that I made earlier. So this is how it looks like. Sorry about that. See, so what you're gonna do basically is put that stew in the middle. It's all in the presentation, they said. If the kids would love this, you pass the goodness of, there is my time. You need to take that out. Okay. The goodness of the stew. And, oh, sorry. Whoop, whoop. I need to take this out. And of course, this is your presentation. Sorry, I get really like my So that's Colcannon with the beef and lamb, Irish beef, lamb, and stew that I made earlier. So, bon appetit. This is really smelly delicious.